Yo, what's going on? Peace, family. Um, it's getting crazy out here. You know, I just, I see it every day, man. I can't really emphasize, the level of a situation that we're in. When we talk about this country and whatnot. Take this out my ear. It's just crazy right now, man. All focus is directed to the Oval Office. When you look at these guys, man, it ain't diverse by any means. Everybody is, one ethnicity, and it's still, everything is exactly the same, man. There's no difference from the late 60s, up until 2025. The linguistics is different. You know what I mean? People don't honor, the things that they see. They just kind of go around, the situation so that way they won't be seen as calling shit out. You know what I'm saying? And that is a representation of cowardness. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, if you see an issue within this country, within this, this system here, I mean, shit, just call it out. Say what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, this country is systematically, like, right in the head. You got a bunch of, people in the Oval Office that seems like they don't know what the fuck is going on, but they're making all of these different, like, moves and shit, but nothing is getting done, right? The economic system is still falling. People are still paying more money for the same items. People are taking on 2 and 3 jobs. So what has really changed? The way that it's being structured right now is exactly the same as it was in the past. I don't agree with, the people that want to, tree hug the flag. You know what I'm saying? And now they're saying that, shit, if you do any defacing to a flag, you'll go to jail for a year. That's their prime focus, is to see if people are defacing flags. I mean, hell, the hell with going to the grocery store and leaving and paying $100 and leaving out with a handful of items. I guess the hell with that. They want to see who's defacing the flag. You know what I mean? Like, this place is backwards, man. It's ass backwards. And the thing that bothers me, man, is that, like I said, people don't care to recognize that this system is taking you guys to the grave, man. Like, it's going down the shithole. For real. And, like I said, I pointed out so many different things. You guys, go check out my recent videos, man. I'm talking about this stuff, and this is happening right before your eyes. Civil war, that shit probably at some point coming where you're going to have different states going at each other. You're going to have the president targeting, this state, targeting that state, because they're not in an agreement, and it's always about them. It's not about the people. The country is supposed to be built on we the people, but it's not about the people. It's about the Oval Office, it's about the president, and it's about the state officials. At what point do they show you that it's about the people? If anything, if you look at the situation, man, they're dropping troops and shit down in all these major cities and whooping your ass, let alone this shit being about you. Shit, they'll whoop your ass. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Hey, nobody tree hugging no flag, man. Nobody believes in this country the way you were supposed to have. But the issue lies because The issue lies with the fact that these motherfuckers have never told the truth to people. They've always lied about everything. Go look at the declassified documentations of all of the nasty things that they've done to the people of this country. Let alone to the black culture, but just also the other cultures around this country. Go look at the declassified information. MK Ultra. I talked about that in my video. You know, we all just want to, sweep things up under the rug, but you can't. If someone shows you how they are on one hand, and then 5 to 10 years later you're supposed to be different, you get a different official in and it's supposed to be different. No, they all work as a unison. There's no Democrat, there's no Republican. They all work in unison. And like I said, it's not about the people, it's about them, the populace. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch too much media, mainstream media. The mainstream media will brainwash you into thinking that you need to be in solitude of these people, these elites, these oligarchs. That's what the mainstream media will do. Every time I talk about things that are important like this, my view counts are extremely low. But if I talk about a Dante London or a DoorDash or anybody else, the views go up. Talk about, a bunch of shit that just does not matter to the individual of this country. The view counts are very low. You know what I'm saying? It's like the system that is running right now is driving you guys insane, and it's taking you guys right to the hole, man. And these people are just up there, they enjoying it. They telling jokes. They cracking jokes in the Oval Office. Go watch it. The media asking all these stupid ass questions, talking about, hey, Donald Trump, what did you think about people saying that you were unalive, earlier in the week? And Donald Trump replies, I didn't know that they thought that I was unalive, but I'll tell you this. And he goes on and on about, these, little stories or whatever. And, the people are just laughing and joking. And it's like I said, this place is a clown show, man. It's a clown show. Like I said, the rise and fall of different empires will come in the matter of the belief in the country. At some point in time, the people of this country are not going to believe in it anymore. And it's a proven fact. It has been done before in different empires. All of this talking, all of this jibber jabber, all this yapping, all of this handshaking with different countries and shit, at some point, the people are not going to believe anymore. The videos like this right here will be more accepted when these things actually slap you in the face. While you've been watching Mr. B's, the Dante London and DoorDash haters, the Anunnaki, while you been watching all of them, you're gonna start seeing it. Period and point blank. But that's all I got for you guys, man. Appreciate you guys rocking with me. I'm only gonna drop the truth. I don't come on here to bullshit people. You know, a lot of these other YouTubers, you know, they talk about the same shit, but they just change their wording around, and they just kind of attract the same people, and they change the wording, and they don't care. They just want you to watch that shit. I've seen like multiple people do that shit numerous amount of times. They'll say, oh, America's gonna collapse, and then the next video, oh, America has collapsed, and the next video, America might collapse. You guys just keep watching shit because they don't care. They don't really care. They just want the views. And like I said, it is what it is. But I'm gonna drop the truth, and more than likely I'm gonna mix my videos up and get low counts on my viewership, but it's all right because I rather, you know, share the information at hand. So remember, truth's in session. Peace.